Charged. Shit. What do you guys think of this new little pasture? Huh? I'd like to see you eat all this stuff. Can you eat it for me? Now your bellies are full. I like grain, but it's lesser celandine. It's invasive. Give it a try. I hope you like it. What do you think, brother? I'm hoping they'll eat this stuff you see here, this green stuff with the yellow flowers. It's lesser celandine. It's invasive and it creates kind of a mat. So I don't really want it. Hoping they'll eat it down. But they also won't eat this down. This is burdock and they don't want to touch it. It's the one plant I found that they really do not like. Really don't touch. Just installed a backup camera on the Ranger. Just plugged in the cigarette lighter, turns on. Took it out of my Suburban. Might have to buy another one. Run on this. Just so hard to see back there. When you're hooking small trailers to this thing and you're trying to look back there, it's just so hard to see where you're at. Got a trailer full of water, you know. Anyways, heavy enough to hard to move the trailer. It'd be really nice having this backup camera on there. So this is my first year breeding pigs. It's been a rough one. This is my 5th or 6th year raising pigs outside on pasture. I was getting really good. I am getting really good at getting them moved around, stuff like that. But as far as managing multiple ones for breeding purposes, I've not had bad luck, or not had good luck. This sow over here, big one, she's the mama of most of these pigs in here. I had bought her and her sister in October of 2024. Plans to breed them. I got a boar in December. He came to the farm, got him bred right away. We had piglets. I think she was April 14th on a Monday. She had a litter of 8. Went perfect, no problem. Everybody was nursing when I came outside. She was a rock star. 2 days later, came outside. Her sister had 2 piglets. Had a big tear, and then ended up passing away from complications during pregnancy. And she had 8 piglets inside of her, so she had a total of 10 piglets, and I lost 8 of them. And then the other 2 we were able to put on CC, and she was able to adopt them and nurse them, so that was awesome. But getting her bred back took a while. My boar was having issues, being overweight and too much skin. Couldn't get high enough to get inside of her, so that didn't work. And we bought another boar. She should be pregnant now and due in May. So on April 14th last year, I had my first litter, was about to have my second litter, and thought I was on top of the world. Having baby pigs, beautiful thing. They're so much fun. It's like having puppies or baby kittens around. I was really looking forward to it all, and then I lost that sow, and things have been hard ever since. They haven't grained that well. We had a whoopsie pregnancy in January. Gil was way too young. Didn't think she could get in with a boar, but she was. And now I have 3 whoopsie pregnancies going on. I think this small one here right now was the first one. She had 4 dead piglets. This one down here that's huffing and puffing like maybe she's in labor again. She's up to 7. She had 7 piglets, 1 was alive, and it got smashed last night. Storm came through, it was coming through. I was trying to get them to come up into this little building up here. You can't quite see, it's behind the Ranger. Put them up in there for the night, and they didn't want to go. The mom refused to come out of this thicket. I think they really like having them in there because it's not easy to get in there, and you know, they're sort of like living like wild animals. They gotta protect from predators, and it's hard for predators to get through all that stuff. So she was laying back in there, and I came up last night, and she was not really wanting to move or anything, and I couldn't find the piglet. And sure enough, it's over there. I'll spare you getting too close to it, but it didn't go very well for us. I don't know. I've always wanted to, people have always said something about, man, you should make a YouTube video or something about your pigs. I just don't like seeing myself on camera, and I never saw myself doing this, but give it a shot, right? It's worth a try. When you go through as much drama with pigs, sometimes it feels like you are watching a YouTube channel. So hopefully somebody gets some enjoyment out of this, because I love doing it. So if holding the camera a few minutes a day and trying to learn how to edit makes that better, and that's what I'll try to do. So now I just have to get it from here to the editing thing, and that's where I always get hung up. Files sit on these GoPros. You're going to use them one day, then they get erased or put into a folder on the computer. But hopefully this will be my first one. Hope you enjoy it. So they've been on this hillside. Today is Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. Okay. They've been on this hillside for a week. So I want to get them moved. They got it pretty roughed up. Got a lot of poop on the hill, manure, pee, all that stuff. And I'll see how it goes. Get them over here. I had kind of been trying to go slow because I want things to grow up a little bit before they get to them, because it's on a slant, which never picks up on the camera, but so it's going to take a lot of calories to get around here. So I want them to have a lot of calories in the forage to help offset having to feed them as much, or just help their growth rate in general. They're going to eat what they're going to eat, but give them as much to choose from and as much forage as possible. Hopefully some of this brushy plant stuff will trample it down, eat the leaves off of it, and we won't have any problems. Fescue's kind of hit or miss on them. Sometimes they'll eat it, sometimes they won't. They're definitely gonna decimate all the dandelions in here. They like those, and they should go after some of this clover. Right now I'm just looking for a flat spot to put my shelter so moms can go in there and have their babies and be a little bit safer if the weather gets bad. I wanted to do that for the last two, but it just, sometimes those plans don't always work out that fast, especially when it's on a hill. I guess I should have videoed backing up to it, but I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that did make it a lot nicer, less fighting. Getting the boars some water since I just moved them over here. They're being impatient, but don't worry, they've had plenty of water to drink. I've learned that I hate pumping water just because I hate listening to the sound of a pump running. That is a lot more soothing and just gravity out of that. I have a pump over here from when I'm in a hurry, but I'm not in a hurry, especially once it gets high enough that they can get a drink, and then he'll quit doing that. He should quit doing that eventually anyways. He knows better. He's been around here long enough to get the idea. And Dudley's down here like, I'll just get a drink of mud water. I feel like I hear rain coming in or something. Yeah. It's supposed to be the creek. You want to get up and go with your friends? Fresh grass? The thing you need help getting up? There you go. Let's go see your friends. Everybody moved on you. Yep. That's sad, isn't it? Please don't sniff it. Oh. Alright, come on, let's go. We need to get him out of here. Follow me. friends are down there getting a drink. Opening them up a new area. Just coming up here to check on everybody before I go to bed. Should have turned it on before I came up here. They might think they're gonna get more treats. They're just out here grazing. Be up on the hill sleeping. Go check on a couple of them. CC. Son. That's one of the, oh, it's a barrel I got from another farm. Here's a little gilt. Ferret on Monday. Lost all 4. Wasn't a good day. Must have something going on. Gotta get that figured out though. It's too much fun doing this to stop. How you feeling? Huh? You look cozy, brother. She had 8 in her litter. 1 was alive. It got smushed last night. And all the other ones were stillborn. And she was in labor for 42 hours that I know of. It was pretty wild to watch them keep coming out. Makes me think that I know they were stillborn, but they could have lived in her, and she went that long. Just, I don't need to be in that much of a hurry to get them out. This little barrow here has a testicle inside of him. I knew that when I got him. They gave him to me for free, but I left him in here, and pretty sure he's why these other ones are pregnant. So there's a lesson learned right there. Like the one, so I checked on the 2 who've had babies this week. They're doing all right. This is the one. How you doing, Mama? She looks like she's gonna bust. And I thought I've seen her in labor a couple times, but I must have been wrong. Just hope she's holding on to him and keeping him alive. It's been a long year. I'd love to see a litter of multiple live baby pigs. And I say she has quite a few of them inside of her, huh, honey? You like raising that? What you like? What are we eating today, huh? Going for the clover? Yeah. There you go. There's a lot of clover on here. Make sure we keep more of that on the menu for you. That's what you want. Yeah, going after more clover, huh? You guys root up some of this fescue. There you go, more clover. You guys are gonna take it all, aren't you? Gotta love to see it. Raising pigs doesn't have to be that hard. Especially you just want to raise some feeders. If you think you want to try it, you should try it. Just a little water barrel with a nipple on it. Throw some feed on the ground. Stepping posts like these over here. These guys are big enough, they're on a single electric wire. When they're smaller, you run 2. You can move them. There's an old fence there, but I don't concern myself with any sort of perimeter fence in them. Just call it fencing on faith. As long as I make sure that they're happy, they won't leave. And they don't. They'll get out, but they never run away. They usually come back pretty easy. I've even seen them jump over a wire to get back in. So, happy pigs taste better, and that's why we do it.